All right, we're doing a Martin versus Taylor test. I've got my guitars. So first of all, pretty lucky. I have my dad's 1967 D18, and then my Taylor 810 92, 93. It's Breedlove neck, so a bit different than what's around today. So obviously this may differ. I think if you have newer versions of these, the build or the, a lot of people will say they don't make them like they used to maybe, but I'm at least comparing two because I keep hearing people talk about the differences, and so let's try it. So I'll try first just good open chords. Pretty good. So let's see now, Martin, see if I can get through this video without banging these things against each other. Nice warm tones. I feel like this, I've always felt like this one's a little tighter, so I feel like I can, it's a little stiffer here, thicker neck, but I think maybe the return is a little more warmth in the tone. And then this one I feel is a little more versatile, still great tone, great playability. So let's try something a little more versatile, like so still pretty playable. When you get into more, like, it doesn't have a cutout, but more single notes, I do find this is a little more playable. And you definitely get more tired playing. It's just a lot more tension. So good for strength, but if you're playing for a long time, so I feel like this is a little more, not muted, but like when I feel like there's kind of an odd depth to it, which I really like actually. Sometimes it just sounds a little different. Hard to tell the difference though, so if you hear anything that you would want to call out, sometimes I don't know how to really articulate the difference, but it feels like TV shopping, right? Like you see all the differences in clarity and you're like, well, if I bring it home, I probably will never tell the difference. Let's try drop D. like the brightness of this. I mean, some people say the new Taylors are too bright, but it feels, especially on stage, I think this is a little thinner, and it's so, to me, it's more comfortable, especially if I'm standing up. But let's see how this doesn't drop deep. If you're in an alternate tuning or tuning down to D standard, this one definitely gets a lot more tone and clarity. The Taylor, if I put it down to like open D, it gets a little jangly. So Martin definitely wins there. Good though. I really like this for drop D. Let's try finger picking. So and stuff and the bluegrass, it's going to be a little unfair competition here, but let's try it. Oh, and there's the bonk. Whoop. For that, it's a little, definitely can tell the difference, but then pretty good for like more legato, folk or traditional style finger picking. So let's just compare that here. Again, Taylor holds up for that style of music, you know, like Lane's. Like a landslide sort of stuff. I think it holds up pretty well. But let's end with bluegrass, which might call the winner here. love the Bluegrass machine, especially the ear and the tone. Definitely Taylor, playability wise, it can be a lot more comfortable, and but if you can, these are the same strings, by the way, both 12s, and both are great. Can't speak to newer versions, but if you're out there, if you're going for tone alone, I think you're probably better with a Martin, or especially a vintage Martin with good old wood. But if you want an all-around like playable guitar, you really can't go wrong with a Taylor Dreadnought. And so hopefully that helps. Would love to hear what you have to say, and if you have suggestions of things you want to hear, let me know in the comments, and I can try to do that. See you next time.